Okay. Sorry for starting a bit late. Um, we try not to do that here at AUA, but anyway. I'm Michael Kuchakjan. Welcome. I am the director of EPIC, and so I'm happy so many of you were able to come. This is our annual demo day for our incubation program. And this is a day of celebration and a day of vision and hope for our startups. Today we're going to hear 10 startups pitch, present. I want to remind everyone that our program, our incubation program, is an idea validation program, which means that the teams apply to EPIC, and this year we had, I think, 60 teams apply, and we admitted about 12. And the idea of our program is the teams come in, and over the 15 weeks of the program, they try to validate their startups. They try to determine whether there's potential for their startups. And so some of them will realize that there is, and they will continue. Not at EPIC, but in Armenia. There are other programs that follow. There are accelerator programs. But most of the teams will probably realize that their startup isn't validated, and so they'll probably stop. I have here, just to provide some context, a graphic of our main program. So at the bottom you'll see the incubation program. So we'll hear those pitches today. And you see coming out of the funnel are startups. Actually, the program that starts this process is at the top, and it's called EPIC Strive. And you can see at the top there are individuals. So EPIC Strive is the introduction to entrepreneurship here at AUA. And so this is for people who think maybe they're interested in entrepreneurship but want to learn more. They don't have teams, they don't have ideas, but they want to learn about entrepreneurship. And so that's at the top. A program associated with that, which we're just concluding actually tomorrow, we call it Strive Pre-U. This is for graduating high school students who are ready to begin university. Again, we train them on entrepreneurship and especially entrepreneurial mindset. So how entrepreneurs need to think differently than everyone else. This is something we stress a lot, right? Entrepreneurs think of problems as opportunities. They're resourceful. They have a mindset where they try to start a venture without a lot of money. They accept that failure is part of the process, and you have to fail if you later want to succeed. So when we say entrepreneurial mindset, this is what we mean. And so the programs of Strive and Strive Pre-U focus on these areas. And then connecting Strive and incubation is our hackathon, which we call EPIC Jam. Twice a year, we have individuals come, we provide problems, and they form teams, and they try to solve the problems with an idea for a startup. And some of those then end up going then into the incubation program. So at the top we start as individuals, and then underneath, coming out of the funnel, are actual startup teams. And so you'll see 10 of those teams today. Sitting in the front are our instructors and our mentors. I want to thank them profusely for everything that they do for us. They spend a lot of hours with our teams. The mentors stay with the teams, and this is different than many of the other programs here in Armenia. The mentors stay with the teams during their whole journey in EPIC. They usually meet once every 2 weeks, and the mentors provide a lot of value, sharing their experience, their knowledge, their contacts, their network, and they really help the startup. So thank you, mentors and instructors. I also want to thank our EPIC staff, who are the most amazing people here at the university. So Victoria Zargarian, who isn't here, Anahit Hovelian, Isabella Afrikian. So these people are well known. Two people who aren't here but are also part of our team, Anna Khachadurian. So a lot of you know Anna. Anna is responsible for the success of this program. She oversees the program, and actually she would have been on the stage today. However, she's on maternity leave, so maybe she's watching us on the stream. And so Anna maybe gets more credit than anyone else for the work she's put in to help prepare these teams that we'll hear from this evening. And last but not least, Nejde Hovanesyan. So Nejde has been part of our team for 5 years and essentially has touched everything at EPIC. His contributions are, I can't quantify it. Nejde actually would have been here, but he's in Berlin with a number of Armenian startups at a conference there in his new role as country director of the EU for Innovation East program. So we wish Nejde a lot of luck and success, and actually it's very good for our ecosystem. He's in charge of a very important program, and I cannot think of someone better to oversee that program. So I think to the benefit of all of Armenia, and especially the entrepreneurs and innovators of Armenia, we should be very happy that Nejde is in this senior position. Okay, so we're going to have the pitches, and at the end of the pitches, we're going to provide certificates and awards. We have 2 monetary awards that we will give to the groups. Then at the end of the program, after that, we will go to the faculty lounge where we have refreshments, and it'll be an opportunity for everyone to meet the startups themselves. The startups have name tags, so you'll be able to identify them at the reception. Okay, so the way we're going to do it is we're going to call the teams up one by one according to the program. Does everyone have a program? And so we will have 3-minute pitches, and then we will have question and answer. And question and answer will be through an app, through your phones. And so you can scan this, or on the program, there's a QR code that you can scan. And through Pigeonhole, which is the app, you can ask questions to the teams. Okay, so first to pitch is Natalie Minasian. Her team, BIN, is made up of AUA students from 3 of our programs here. And so they're very passionate about recycling, and so I invite Natalie to the stage.
Thank you. Did you know that the Sovet Dashen landfill in Yerevan takes up the space of not 1, not 2, but 40 football fields? Now imagine what we could do with all that land. Imagine if recycling was so rooted in our nature that children actually grew up learning about it in schools. Imagine if we could breathe clean air, not just sometimes, but always. Well, all of it is possible, but only if we start acting sustainably now. But where do we begin? Well, it all starts at home. But currently, it doesn't. People are discouraged not by the ideology, but by the inconvenience of it. There simply isn't a simple and attractive way to sort waste at home. However, change is coming. According to the European Union Armenia SEPA agreement, which is a document that includes political, trade, and other issues, Armenia was mandated to introduce EPR, Extended Producer Responsibility, by 2024. That means that producers will have to start taking responsibility for the packaging they produce, including the disposal and recycling of it. However, for the system to work, consumers will have to do their part and actually start sorting. And that's where we come in. Introducing Bin, a clean, modern solution that combines household sorting bins with outdoor recycling stations made for residential complexes. We're inspired by the model in Sweden, where apartment dwellers sort their waste into color-coded bags that are distributed by municipality or commercial companies, all contributing to a system that actually works and meets national trends. And guess what? Sweden is here. They're funding a 4-year program in Armenia to improve waste policy here. The program is led by the Akopyan Center for the Environment, and the pilot town is in Sevan. We're bringing it to Yerevan. Our B2B and B2G model will allow us to sell directly to municipal government or commercial companies that develop residential complexes, which will ensure that our bins are incorporated in the very design of modern Yerevan. Look around. Yerevan is booming with construction. New residential complexes are rising everywhere. Now imagine if we could incorporate our bins into those new buildings, in kitchens, stairwells, shared spaces, all making so that this recycling becomes the default from day one. If we partner with the municipality, we can leverage marketing and PR campaigns, or even have some policy shifts, ensuring that recycling is not just preferred but expected. This is our team, a multidisciplinary group of students coming from a variety of backgrounds: data science, business, engineering, all united by one vision and skills to deliver. Bin is not just a bin, it's a movement. It's a tool to build a cleaner, greener future for Armenia. One bottle, one home, one neighborhood at a time. Thank you. You guys.
So the first question from the audience: I saw many new modern bins in Yerevan. What's your difference between Yerevan municipality bins that they started to use?
Good question. Actually, I have used those bins lately, and they are very inconvenient to use, starting from that. But also, our bins are designed specifically for residential complexes. Think, for example, Yeras residential complex. Apartment dweller wants to sort their trash, but the recycling bin provided by the municipality is too far. However, our recycling bin is right on their stairwell, for example, and they can use it easily and contribute to the recycling ecosystem easily.
Thank you. So the next question is, how bin makes it more convenient for the households to sort their waste? How does that differ from 3 separate bins?
Yeah, actually this is a good question, because 3 separate bins is a reasonable argument. However, our bins are compatible and they're stylish, so they won't disrupt the overall picture of your kitchen. You can even put it in somewhere in the corner, or like have your own design. We haven't thought out that in detail, but yeah, the difference is the stylishness, basically.
Okay, I just want to say one reminder: even if you don't have questions, you can upvote the questions you want to also ask them, so we can prioritize that one. The next one is your product the box itself or the service of recycling?
It's both. Our business model includes also monetizing the waste and selling the waste that was disposed, so actually the service too.
Okay, so a lot of questions regarding your competitors. There are smart sensor-based recycling bins. How do you differentiate yourself from them?
There aren't sensor-based recycling bins in Armenia, and actually we thought of bringing it here, but they're very, very expensive. Maybe in the long term we will consider that, but yeah.
Okay, maybe last question. Yeah. How will you attract early adopters?
Through the partnership with the municipality, We will leverage marketing campaigns and PR to make recycling like something cool. And we plan to start with people who already sort their trash. People we have interviewed and talked to them, and they have mentioned that they sort and find it inconvenient to do it at home. So, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Natalie. Next, we have Mariam Sinayinejad. So, Mariam's team, Share Stuff, is a peer-to-peer rental platform for everyday household items.
Is it on? Yes, it is on. Okay. Did you know the average drill is used only 12 to 20 minutes in their own lifetime? And it is not just about a drill. All of us own items that we have used rarely. What if we could borrow this item instead of buying them and save money? Or even better, what if we could earn money from the items that we already own? That's the idea behind the Share Stuff. Share Stuff is a rental platform that connects people, and it is a peer-to-peer platform. Actually, it is Airbnb for stuff. It is how it works. It is simple. List your item or borrow listed item. This is our MVP. You can see how simple it is. You just need to list your items, and then the money is in your... You may ask, does this idea work? I should say yes. It is proven. Based on the similar platform like Fatlama and Peerbuy, they have been profitable incredibly. Let's talk about the number. Our term covers people, a small portion of the people in Armenia. Our sums includes special segments in Yerevan, and our sum is digital nomads. Our business model is pretty simple. Actually, we take a small amount of the commission, 15% per rental. And early adopters are digital nomads. And who are these digital nomads? Digital nomads are people who are traveling frequently and while working online. On average, they relocate every 3 to 6 months. And later, based on our research market, we are going to expand to other segments like university students, parents with young children, and do-it-yourselves. This is our roadmap. We are going to complete our MVP, and then we are testing it with early and late-year adopters, and then we are going to expand across Armenia. The next market would be Iran, with more than 85 million people and a good potential. Our go-to-market strategy is pretty simple because we are aiming digital nomads who have already their own community and they are easy to access. We are Mariam and Payam. We are from Iran and we love building. Let's start building a new culture through sharing.
Okay, So the most votes has this question. Are you suggesting just to make money on neighbors?
Actually, it can be a good question because, as I told you, there are different platforms that are doing the same, solving the same problems. The Nearby is one of those, and as you can guess, the name is Nearby. Nearby is working with neighbors, but we are not focusing at this stage on just neighbors, and we have some logistic strategy that we are going to test them during our MVP, and then we will decide if we are going just to work with neighbors or we are going to go wider and use AI for recommendation based location and the similar strategy.
The next question is, what if the items return back damage? Are you providing insurance, or how do you address that risk?
Uh,
Hi. As we mentioned, it's cologne. It's a cologne. Can you continue? According to okay, let me start from the first. Yes, it's a cologne startup, and we are studying in other platform of the other countries, the successful platform, and we are studying about the policies and something that they are doing. Actually, some of them are providing the insurance, but with a high commission, and other platform are providing and other platform put all the responsibility place on all the responsibility on both sides, the renter and borrower, and so we should test it which one will work in our.
Okay.
actually, we have one idea that we think it's our advantages. We are considering deposit. It will create our liquid cash. So that would be an advantage for our income creating.
The next questions, they're kind of similar. So how you are different from List AM or many resale groups on Facebook, or what's your competitive advantage?
Actually, I can say that we don't have a very serious competitor in Yerevan, in Armenia, because most of those things that you name, List or Facebook, they are not sortable, they are not searchable. People cannot trust easily to every people that they see in the List AM. But we have a ranking system people can trust. We have a guarantee for the items. We have recommendation. It is a structured application and platform that people can trust.
Why, as a business, not to buy all of those devices and run them by yourself instead of having peer-to-peer platform?
This is also a question that I can answer regarding the similar platform in the world. We have seen a lot of platforms that are doing this. Actually, it is a strategic decision. We haven't been in the place that we want to invest a lot, especially at the first steps, to buy a lot of stuff and then renting. For example, Rent the Runaway is the famous one that is doing this. They have bought a lot of luxury items, clothes, and they are renting. And after, I think, 7 years or more, than they are not even in profit. And I have through look their reports, economic reports, and their income is not positive yet. So we haven't decided to have those. And also peer-to-peer and peer-to-peer platform is making connection between people. If we connect local people, people can earn money, and it is good for the economic of the country.
Okay. And last question, what about logistics? Do you provide delivery of items too?
That's the strategic question, and we are going to test it in our MVPs and early and later adopters. we have some option. First of all, it can be done by the peoples that they are choosing each other. The other option can be delivered by the system that can bring extra income for our application. The other option can be putting smart lockers in the city. Actually, it is another way of the marketing, because first of all, when I came to Yerevan, I saw the globing lockers. I didn't know what was globing, and I just searched the internet, what is globing, and then I understood it is a business. So maybe we have all of these strategy, maybe we choose one of them. It depends on testing our MVP and deciding what early adopters and later adopters tell to us.
Okay, let me introduce Buder Kushkerian. So Sugar Sync is a team of AUA students from our public health program, and they're developing an app to help manage diabetes. Welcome, Buder.
Hello everyone. I want to start with a small story about one of my friends, Armen. He is 40 years old. He was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes about a year ago. And during one of our conversations in the morning, he mentioned that that day he had forgotten to take his medication. 1 week later, he mentioned that he started to forget to check his glucose levels. And I quote what he said, "I don't mean to forget, I'm just busy." He has also mentioned that sometimes this feels like a full-time job, which is very in line with what the International Diabetes Society says. Diabetes is a full-time job. One, you don't get vacation days from, you don't get to quit, and you don't get paid for. We at SugarSync believe that managing diabetes shouldn't feel like a full-time job, especially for the 113,000 cases of diabetes in Armenia. Before moving forward, let me introduce you to the team. We're a group of 3 public health students who are aware of the health problems in Armenia, and we also have a software engineer on our team helping the platform happen. But what problem is exactly SugarSync trying to solve? Patients with type 2 diabetes often feel overwhelmed, especially when it comes to taking their medication, getting in contact with their doctors between visits, and as well as forgetting to log their glucose levels, which can lead to undermanaged diabetes and can lead to several complications. This is where SugarSync comes in place, a simple, smart, and supportive platform for diabetes management, with features including notification reminders to help patients remember to take their medications, manual data inputs for their glucose levels, analyze data reports to help patients understand their health, and unlike many of our competitors, an option to connect with their local doctors. All of this through a mix of B2B and B2C. Our B2B model includes targeting hospitals who buy the application for their patients through a licensing and a subscription model. And our B2C model includes targeting the patients themselves through a free option or with some extra features at $0.99 per month. We are currently in the process of completing our MVP and testing it in 3 different clinics across Yerevan by the end of the year of 2025, with 2026 marking the official launch year of our application, and as well as onboarding of doctors for some extra features. And 2027 will be the year of scaling up by integrating the application into glucometers and as well as scaling up outside of Armenia. Again, this is our team. And lastly, remember that managing diabetes shouldn't feel like a job. We at SugarSync want to make it feel more like a support system and not like a job. Thank you.
Do you also provide glucose monitoring device?
Thank you for the question. So at the moment, we don't provide the glucose monitoring devices. That's part of our plan in the upcoming 2 years. So what we mentioned, we want to scale up in 2027. We want to integrate the application into glucometers, which we have seen from some of our competitors that work. So that's our long-term plan, but currently we want to only launch the application itself.
Why not just use reminders instead of your application?
That's something that we have thought about several times. So the application itself, since it's based on the data of the patient, it can also help with giving exact reminders on exact times rather than just the patient deciding to put on different times and them taking the medication themselves. So it's based on data, which can sometimes also alter the times of medication and as well as their glucose monitoring levels.
What's the difference between free and premium accounts?
The free account will include the features that I've mentioned, except for the contact your local doctor option. The $1 per month, which is going to be taken from the patients or the hospital, will be for them to be able to contact directly their doctors through the application and for their doctors to see their data on their platform.
Are you going to collaborate with RMed?
So let me put it in this way. So RMed and SugarSync, RMed can be considered one of our competitors, but if we put it in this way, RMed is more for taking appointments with doctors, seeing what doctors we've seen, and so on. SugarSync is more for diabetes itself, and someday it might turn to a chronic disease management application, but we're different than RMed at the moment.
What is the business model? And this is the last question.
So the business model, so we want to start with a B2B model, which will be through hospitals. Hospitals will buy the application for their diabetic patients, which means that they buy the application and they offer it to their patients. And that could be through a 1-year subscription plan or a 6-month subscription plan, or they can buy the license for their hospitals. Thank you.
Next, we have Aram Sarkisyan, the CEO of Project Versus, and they have a new approach to playing games. Welcome, Aram.
Thank you. Let's start. Hi everyone, I'm Aram and I'm happy to present you Project Versus. Let's begin. Playing games. In virtual world, actually it's very easy. You just open the game, select the options, and you are ready to go. But what happens if you want to play a game, but in real life? Let's say you want to go out and play football with your friends. Monopoly, Catan, whatever. You will find out that there is no simple play button there. And you will have to do all the boring stuff manually. Finding players, finding available times, booking places and venues. All this is boring, and even after doing all this organizational stuff, guess what? Actually, satisfaction is not guaranteed, because you are going to face another set of issues, such as unbalanced matchmaking issues. This happens when you accidentally put strong players against weak players. So what happens next? Strong players will get bored because they are winning frequently, and weak players will get bored because they are losing frequently. So they both don't want to come back to the game again. And this is one of the reasons that people keep playing online video games for hundreds of hours, but spend in real games just a few hours per month. So to solve, also there are many other things that exist in virtual games, but not in real games, which makes them even more appealing. To resolve all these issues, ladies and gentlemen, we are happy to introduce you Project Versus, the ultimate platform for organizing real games. So finally, if you want to play a game, let's say go out and play football with your friend, you can just open an application, select the options, and hit the play button. Sounds familiar, right? And Versus will do all the rest for you. It will find players, find available time, and book the venue if needed. And moreover, it's going to resolve the matchmaking issues. It's going to find an equally skilled opponent, so your games are more engaging. And even more, we are going to apply most of the games mechanisms that exist in online games to make your offline games even more appealing. And finally, your games are easy to organize and you can get most fun of it. Our target customers are both individual players and teams if they are sport, and we are going to partner with the companies for providing venues and also sport federations and other companies. And here is our roadmap. We are going to start with the game Mafia, just to test our algorithms and refine and collect data, and then we are going to add more places to play and more games and then go global. And by the way, we have a good news there. We are already in the first phase and we have an active partnership with an anti-cafe Team Time, and we have organized hundreds of matches of Mafia and we have refined our algorithms, and also we have organized 2 tournaments and the third one is upcoming. And here is one great number there, 59% retention rate. This means that actually our customers come back 59% more than it was before applying our solution. We have the data. And moreover, most of them are bringing their friends to the game, which is, I think, a big number here. And all this will be impossible without a highly experienced team. I am Aram, co-founder with a heavy technical background and worked with customers like Disney, IBM, Coral, and with me is my twin brother, Sevak, with similar experience, and we have another guys joining in. By the way, we have a good news for you. If you happen to be in experienced sales, UI, UX, or marketing, or maybe you are just a passionate student who is willing to learn and grow in a very thriving environment, we are very happy to see you there. Just drop the CV in the QR. And let's bring the joy back to the real games again, together. Thank you.
What if all the players are beginners and don't know the rules yet? Is there going to be someone to explain the rules to them?
Actually, yes, we are doing that for Mafia, but we have even more. We have kind of created a small guide and we are going to make it a video and put it in the application. So if you are new to the game, we are providing learning levels, let's say. So you learn the basic stuff just to get started. We call just hit level 1 basics and then level 2 and 3. And yes, they are going to learn it and apply it in the game. And we are actually, this one is not implemented yet, and we are going to add a verification mechanism so host can verify if that guy has that level or not.
How are you going to generate profit?
Actually, we have very wide options there. We just kept the slide because this is not an investment pitch. But we can take money from venues, so because we are going to bring very big amount of players to them, and also we can have a subscription model for users to unlock achievement statistics or even more AI-based recommendation, and also we can take money from tournament, some percent from entry fee. Actually, there are lots of possibilities. We can just play with which solution we want.
What if I click play but don't come to the venue?
This actually happens. So for now, we just call and verify if they are going to be there. But I guess this can be automated in some way.
Most people play games in real life to spend time with their friends and have fun. Would they be interested to play with random people?
Oh, great question. Actually, it depends. For example, if you want to play football, you need 11 people or maybe a team against you, and this is where you need random people, or maybe Mafia you need random people, or for board games, for example, I like playing Monopoly but I rarely find someone to play, so again this can be a solution.
So many people are interested. Have you already tested your
Yes,
MVP?
yes. In the previous slide I shown, we have organized more than hundreds of matches, more than 300 actually. Mafia matches, and it's already in testing in Team Time. If you know that anti-cafe, you can just go there and try.
And the last question, do players always need to log the results of games? How is that part handled?
It depends on the game. For example, for Mafia, the host just can select the players, or there is a small QR and you scan and you are in the game, right? But for football, you just have to manually put the scores in the end. And the opposite team just have to verify it. So many questions. Thank you.
So with the reception, Aram will be registering teams and individual players if you want to play. All right, let's continue. So next we have Ellen Sarkisyan. She will introduce Analyze, which is an AI-powered app that helps manage the side effects from cardiovascular disease. Ellen, welcome.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, everyone. This is my brother, and he almost died. He survived 2 heart events only a month apart. He looked completely fine, no symptoms, no warnings. He got the treatment he needed, but it still happened. That's when we realized there was something missing. Through research and interviews, we discovered that many people face the same. After hospital discharge, people are sent home without monitoring, and many suffer another heart event or don't even make it to their next appointment. Early warning signs in health data are missed, and by the time symptoms appear, it's already too late. That's why we built Analyze, a digital health platform for managing heart conditions. We help people stay safe, catch early risks, and take the right action in time. Analyze brings together data from wearable devices, lab tests, and self-reports and turns it into clear and life-saving insights. This isn't just another health tracker. It's a second layer of safety during that critical time after hospital discharge. With Analyze, people save time and effort, reduce long-term costs and health risks, and regain the confidence to live fully again. In Armenia, cardiovascular disease accounts for over 55% of all deaths. Heart disease is no longer the disease of old. People in their 20s and 30s are affected. There is no targeted digital solution, and the need is growing. Globally, digital cardiovascular health market is projected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 22.5% between 2025 and 2030. And in our initial market, Armenia, there are over 300,000 people living with cardiovascular diseases, and our initial milestone is to reach 12,000 people newly diagnosed with cardiovascular diseases in Yerevan. The estimated annual revenue upon our goal is $216,000. We already have launched our marketing efforts, and we are planning to apply to the ethics committee of Yerevan State Medical University, complete our MVP and test it with real users, refine features based on the feedback, and next year we are planning to launch our pilot our public version and expand features, build partnerships with clinics, and by 2028 we are planning to expand to Georgia and then the Middle East. We already had our first heart health awareness campaign on May 18th with cardiologists and rehabilitation specialists. And this is our team. I have experience working with people who have chronic diseases. Hike brings over 10 years of experience building software solutions, and our medical advisors, David, Tigran, and Narine, are experienced healthcare providers. And also our mentor, Daklo, who is a successful entrepreneur, AI strategist, and startup advisor. And to reach all of this, we are asking $200,000. Join us in revolutionizing heart healthcare.
How do you collect data?
People, when first are using our app, they are integrating their wearable devices into our application. Also, they are uploading their lab tests, and that's how we are collecting data.
What's the difference between your app and ChatGPT?
Oh,
Okay, so LLMs aren't designed to predict medical healthcare, and also they can hallucinate, and which is dangerous in like healthcare medicine.
and also I want to add that we are doing our predictions and warning alerts based on continuous data, but with ChatGPT, people should like train it first, which is very difficult and stressful for people who have just experienced a heart event.
A very pessimistic question. What if the medical ethics committee rejects you? What's next?
That's a good question. So, if they will reject us, that means that there are some issues that we haven't considered. So, we will work on these problems with our team. So, we will apply again, and I believe that we will make this come true.
Looks like Apple Watches provide such approach for tracking heart diseases. I guess this was a question.
Actually, not, because Apple Watches just track some symptoms, but they are not proactive. They don't have that. How to say that? Sorry, just 1 second. They don't provide alerts, and based on data, they don't provide personalized insights what people should do to prevent their next episode of heart event.
Shouldn't your model be trained as well?
Of course.
Yeah, so in this stage we are planning to work with the strong medical-based logic with close with the doctors, and we will use a RAG system to get like vector searching to get close symptoms, and do and use LLMs to predict, to give the answers, alerts, human readable alerts to users, and at that time we will start to train our model, which will collect the real data from the real world, and we will test that after the proof.
And maybe last question, what is your revenue source?
Okay, as I said, oh, I didn't mention that. Our business model is subscription based, so people will get basic features like basic data integration and reminders for free, and for advanced data integration, alerts, and summaries for doctors, they will pay monthly $15. Thank you.
Next is Slavik Muradyan, CEO of HumanUp, which helps HR managers.
Hi, I am Slavik. I know that we all want to achieve super work performance, but how to do that? To find the answer, our team analyzed international researches and conducted 20 interviews with HR managers from top companies in Armenia, and we realized that innovative companies with 100 or more employees also need to maintain high levels of employees' work performance, which main obstacle being stress. To solve this problem, they are trying to develop employees' soft skills. They currently use 4 methods and spend an average of $700 per employee annually. However, they are dissatisfied because they still haven't found a tool that provides measurable and significant outcomes. Soon, they will have a powerful tool, HumanUp, a gamified web platform that helps maintain high levels of employees' work performance by developing soft skills, which main component is stress management. How it works? HumanUp's AI mentor offers employees daily short and personalized development sessions that include measuring soft skills condition through behavioral, health, and psychological tests, micro-learning video lessons to know what soft skills are and how to manage them, gamified tasks for significant growth, and virtual prizes, which will motivate to use HumanUp continuously. And the HR manager of company will see growth dynamics of all employees on a growth chart with precise and measurable metrics. That's all. For the first year, we are targeting 2% of local and international companies in Armenia with 100 or more employees that are positioned in the market as digital and innovative. And to use HumanUp, they will pay monthly subscription fee per user. Now, we are creating the textual and visual content for HumanUp's MVP version. After, we will complete MVP and test it for free with our free customers. Based on test results and feedback, we will develop the full version of HumanUp and have 5 customers by the end of next year. The MVP version of HumanUp is a 1-month development program designed to demonstrate the effectiveness of HumanUp. And we are confident in its effectiveness because we have really experienced a team to do that. Experts and specialists in marketing and project management, education and gamification, psychology and HR management, and IT. So, to be the first to know news about HumanUp, you can scan this QR code and register on HumanUp's waitlist. Thank you. From our team, only I can be here today, and I little speak English bad, so sorry for my bad English. Maybe I answer in some questions in Armenian.
We will try to translate.
Thank you.
Okay. So, did any of the companies you have interviewed agree to purchase your services in the future?
This answer not in 100%. If they say yes, it really yes, but մոտավորապես 80%-ը ասել են, գնահատել են, որ այո 8-ից 10 բալով, 10 միավորից համաձայնվել են, որ կօգտագործեն, ու շատ իրանց անհրաժեշտ է եղել դա.
Approximately 80% agreed to use the tool.
Thank you.
What if the employees aren't motivated to pass the test you provide?
Our HR experts know really working tools, working methods, how to do for employees in start motivating and use HumanUp continuously. It's really working tools.
How will you pivot in a world where AI and robots remove or significantly reduce the need for human labor?
I mean that AI have only intelligence, not բանականություն, and we working on that human have բանականություն, not only on level intelligence, and that our powerful competence advantage.
Low performance is more often caused by unsatisfied employees. How did you reach the conclusion it was stress?
There are many methods how to find պատճառը why employees have stress. In medical tests, from medical devices, and we use all methods. They are really working. I tested, and we in our teamakisները tested that, and we really confident that it's working.
What is the value of HumanUp for employees?
Employees for using and for have victories. Company will give they benefits. Will be give them virtual prizes and real prizes like Dramain Parkev
monetary prizes.
Or Hungarian
Day
potato.
offs.
That's we discuss with all companies.
Okay, and maybe last question, how much time will take passing the tests, and wouldn't that decrease the productivity?
Minimal testing process maybe 40 days, but to have really result, it's about 100 days. Thank you.
Hoki is the third startup in the medtech area, and so I want to introduce Arman Barserian to tell us about it. Welcome.
Good evening. My name is Arman Barserian. I'm the co-founder of Hoki. I was 6 when my aunt was diagnosed with bipolar affective disorder. Day by day, I was witnessing her personality getting destroyed, the quality of her life decreasing drastically because of the disorder. And as I grew older, I started to wonder why she was not actually able to receive an effective care in a short period of time. And I started to talk with her. That's when I found out that whenever she was having her psychiatric visits, she was not able to talk about her feelings, explain her symptoms. And when we came up with the team of Hoki, we started to wonder, was it only my aunt who had this problem, or this was a widespread one? And we found out that patients actually forget what happens between visits. So psychiatrists have to medicate with lethal symptom history. That's why the process relies on guesswork. According to research done in University of Toronto, only 35% of the information is accurate when it comes to manual symptom reporting. And doctors are spending 2.5 hours per week in average for each patient's post-process interviewing. And they're actually processing data that is biased. And this leads to another pain point. 1 in 3 people in the first 3 years of the treatment is misdiagnosed. Hoki comes to solve that. We are passively recording data on Apple Watch. We are giving more interaction features to the patient on iPhone. And of course, we process the data and we deliver it to the doctor dashboard. There are similar business models which are globally available, but these companies are actually trying to solve this problem by having companionship features and just concentrating on mental well-being. In contrast, Hoki's data collecting and processing application, which wants to solve the problem of the broken system. There are 28,000 people in Armenia who have bipolar affective disorder, and only 5,000 of them are able to actually receive professional care. We want to target the 3,000 initially. By targeting the 3,000, charging them 15,000 drams per month, we are potentially able to generate 540 million drams per year. And we are not going to market the product directly to the patients. The psychiatrists are going to be the onboarding channel for us. We have the MVP ready. We are having ongoing psychiatric meetups to develop the network of early adopters. We are applying to the ethics committee of Yerevan State Medical University on June, and at the same time, with our partner who lives in Vilnius, we are securing non-commercial partnerships in Lithuania to pave the way for future scale. And on July 2025, we are going to have the closed group launch. I'm Arman Barserian, as mentioned. I'm a machine learning engineer. David Adulian is the guy who understands markets, so he's responsible for growth. And Ani Gabrielian, who's a practicing physician and is responsible for medical research. Thank you.
What if I don't have an Apple Watch?
You cannot use Hoki.
Okay. I think the first part of the question you've already answered. The second part, why only bipolar disorder and not severe depression, ADHD, and etc. as well?
We chose a problem that we can actually solve because I'm personally familiar with the problem. I have experience with it, so we want to solve something that we actually can.
Isn't 50K too expensive for an app?
It is not, because actually patients are spending in average in Armenia. This is not the best data that there can be, but they are spending in average $580 in average per month when they have bipolar affective disorder, and still their issue is not solved. So 15,000 is justified. Also, we did research on similar countries that have similar economy to us, and for such applications, it is a fair price.
A compliment to you. Very well prepared speech.
I'm flattered, thank you.
So all questions are regarding iOS.
Yeah.
I will try to find something else. If a person is from a low-income family or household and doesn't have the means to buy an Apple Watch, will they not be able to get help?
I understand the question, and that's fair to ask this, but I want to remind every one of us that we are actually a company that monetizes its services. However, there are still options for people who cannot afford this. There are non-governmental organizations which actually are targeting mental health care, and maybe they can fund it and get for people who actually are in need of it, or even the government. That's something that I do not want to talk about right now because it's so far away in the future.
It was not clear what is the main value of the app other than collecting data, what the app does next.
That's the main value. I mean, data is the next most valuable currency of the future, even now. If there is no data in the process, that process cannot be accurate, because especially in medicine, I mentioned psychiatrists do not have data and they treat with guesswork. And that's why, for example, with my aunt, it would take a year and a half in average for her actually to record some kind of improvement, because the doctors had to guess. She was not able to talk about it, and that's the value. We provide data.
And last question, how does the Apple Watch track the episodes? What is the technology behind it?
I'm not going to fully disclose it, but I can say that we all know Apple Watch. It has its sensors. We create our own machine learning model that is connecting the dots and is finding the symptoms whenever the patient, for example, is having a manic episode or is in a regressive episode. And also we incorporate the data of the screen time, because when it comes to the manic episode, there are usually like signifiers like heavy physical activity and also fast typing when it comes to messaging or talking. So it is a complicated technology, but that's all I can say about it. We cannot disclose anything else about it. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to transition from healthcare technology to other areas. Haig Nazarian wants to help small businesses establish a digital presence. So let me invite Bitmal.
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Haig and I'm going to present Bitmol. So my journey started about 3 years ago when me and my friend had a business idea. It was balaclavas that you wear in your head and it keeps you warm. So we decided to start selling it in Armenia, and we started with Instagram because it was the easiest entry. However, as we started having more and more orders, we didn't keep up with the system because it didn't have any automation tools or delivery systems, and you should all the time check if the payments are done or not, and it was a very big problem. Then we decided to enter a big market, which is Wildberries. However, we saw very high commissions and very long transaction periods. And after that, decided to enter Ozon, which was very similar to the other one. and they had very poor seller support, didn't care much about the sellers, only about the buyers. So here comes Bitmall, all-in-one place platform to save time and money. So Bitmall will provide local payment methods such as eDram, Telcel, and etc. Low commissions. It will organize deliveries for small medium-sized businesses, and all the processes will be automated. So here is how it works. You can see the interface. There are the categories. Then you can sign into your account, and we mainly focused on simplicity. You just click on register your store and add some information such as store name, description, store image, store logo. So we saw that small and medium businesses didn't have enough knowledge to enter Wildberries or difficult platforms. So our platform will be very easy to enter and understand. And after registering a seller, you will have your store like this, and people will be able to come to your store and buy like this. You can add to your cart like other marketplaces. So we saw other platforms as our competitors. Here are the main ones. I want to mention also List.am, which is not a direct competitor. However, people sometimes sell there, and we think that we will provide them better options. So our market size, we will focus on small, medium-sized businesses, which will have up to $2,500, so 1 million Armenian drams monthly revenue. We had a research and found out that there are 10,000 of businesses that fall into this category. Here is our business model. It will have 3 options: subscription-based model, commissions from the sales, and also in-app promotions if the sellers want to promote their product. We also have vision for the future. We want to expand demographically, such as Georgia, Russia, and all over the world, and become a most feature-rich e-commerce marketplace and a global platform. Here is our team. We both are junior students at AUA. I have 2 years of experience in e-commerce, especially in Wildberries, and my peer Haik, which has experience in operations, and we believe we can do all the stuff that is needed. Thank you.
Do you think one day you will become bigger and have same problems as Wildberries?
We believe that we can become, of course, bigger because, as I mentioned, I saw that Wildberries didn't care much about its sellers, and the problems are really solvable because they only care about the buyers, which I understand they monetize from buyers. However, you need sellers also to keep up with the demand, so we will fight those problems.
What is the difference between your platform and Shopify?
So Shopify is more like, it's not very similar to our app because we want to build a local platform which will have all the Armenian local payment systems, delivery systems for Armenian people, and not wait till your product goes to Russian warehouse and comes back, or you need to wait for days to get your money. So it will be also very simple to use and not very difficult to enter the market.
Will you have warehouses as, for example, Wildberries, to handle logistics of sellers?
For the beginning, we will try to work with third parties to organize the deliveries, such as probably HiPost or other delivery systems. If we expand, we can have also like some points where you can send your product from those points all over like the market.
If Listem introduced deliveries, how would you compete?
I think they need to do much more than just introduce deliveries, because they don't have any payment methods, so they need to pivot and become very different company to compete. So I don't think they are like similar to us.
Is this similar to eBay but for Armenia?
It can be similar to eBay, and we believe that our core values are simplicity and low commissions, because we are working with small, medium-sized businesses and not like very big businesses which can afford their own website or application.
And last question, what is your business model?
As I already mentioned, we have three channels. One is a subscription-based model. Depending on which subscription you will have, the commissions will differ, and also delivery costs will differ. Also, we will charge from sellers from 3 to 10% from each sales, which is very competitive than Wildberries, Ozon, or other ones. Also, we will have in-ad promotions, so if you want to promote your product, you will pay and promote it. Thank you.
Okay, 2 more to go. Okay, Arek Khachadurian has a platform to help organize events, trade shows, and conferences better. Impasse.
Hi everyone. Last year I was leading the volunteer team of one of the biggest tech expos in our region. By being an organizer myself, I could quickly notice major problems. But the real problem came after the event, when all our departments waited for one thing, and it's the data of our attendees. So, and what did they get after waiting around 10 days? Just the raw data in a single Excel sheet. To use this data in our marketing or as a report to our sponsors or even to plan our next event, it needed extra analysis. Moreover, besides, the lack of real-time analytics made us to miss opportunities of planning or even managing our side events. All those types of problems are the reason that today Impasse is here, an intelligent access management system that completely transforms event experience. We are here to give you data and analytics, not just names and ages of your attendees. So let's move forward, break down how it works and how we will do that. First of all, your visitors will see events listed in our either website or mobile application. Then they will choose the event they want, they will register, get the QR code, and after they arrive to Expo venue, they will just need to scan it. That's it. And on the other side, organizers will see all the real-time analytics. Instead of raw data, organizers will get fully dynamic dashboard of real-time analytics and also intelligent hardware that prints out pages automatically by just reading QR codes. On the other hand, your visitors will enjoy seeing your event in a multi-event platform that hosts most of the events, and they don't have to find their QR codes in their messy email. They just need to open their Impasse mobile application, and that's it. They just need to scan it. They will be able to reach out to people they wanted to network, and last but not least, they'll be able to find everything related to the event in our interactive venue map. This year alone, Armenia hosts more than 30 major events with 1,000+ attendees, and as of now, we are targeting only 10% of them with very simple business model. Just charge for every big event custom collaboration, or subscription-based for small corporate events. Right now we are in development stage, then we will test our MVP. After successfully testing it, we will move forward to develop our products with all its features. And then after successfully testing in our local market, we will move forward to expand into new markets. We are confident on this journey because we are not just team of tech lead, business developer, and graphic designer, but big team of enthusiastic volunteers. Thank you, and I'm looking forward for collaborations.
Have you considered applying your solution for physical shop owners or shopping malls?
Actually, it's too long term. First of all, we want to test it in our local market. Isn't it for us, this question?
Yeah, it's for you.
Yeah. This is too long term. Right now we are focusing on only big events. I mentioned small events, conferences, but right now we are only focusing on big events like expos with 1,000+ attendees. And then after maybe developing our product with all its features, it will be able to apply in shopping malls.
Moodk has already solved these problems, such as analytics and risk management and notifications for the visitors. Have you researched their platform?
Yeah, exactly, because they are the only competitor that's in our same level, but they don't provide you with analytics, real-time analytics, which you need to use in your during the event to plan or manage your site events, the visitor flow, or any other data related to user behavior. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. Also, let's understand that Moodk is not a direct competitor to us. They're just doing, even if they're giving analytics, it's just after the event and not real time. Also, they're not providing any solutions for your attendees. So this is completely different solution, completely different product.
How is this different from Loo.ma or Eventbrite?
Luma and Eventbrite are just applications that do not provide any hardware, and also those are the main competitors in our worldwide competition.
How do you make money?
We already said it's going to be, price is going to be based on all the features we are going to provide, especially right now we are concentrating on the big events, so the price is going to be based on the features we are going to provide them.
All other questions are repeating the same question regarding Moodk, so I think we can skip them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anahid Mkhitaryan is leading a group of AUA students, data science students, who are addressing problems related to students interacting with one another online. So I introduce Swap Savvy.
Being a student is hard. It comes with its hardships in both academic and personal life of a student. They are crossing the bridge between their teenage years and adulthood, and while figuring out how to succeed academically, manage their relationships, and make money, a lot of problems happen. They can't always make it to class, understand everything, and meet all of their deadlines. See how AUA students are begging for help in their homeworks or understanding some subjects in the Facebook group. But these questions just hang in the air. Nobody helps them. All of our team, being computer science students from AUA, understand these problems very well because we've been in some real bad situations because of that. And that's why we gathered to create a solution that allows students to access peer-to-peer help whenever they need it. Now imagine Diana, student studying the night before the deadline of a homework. She tried everything to understand the subject. She tried using AI models, but those are giving context missing or wrong answers. 41% of students report this problem. She tried asking her friends, but they are busy or can't help her with this specific problem. Professors are not available 24/7, and she doesn't want to post a public post in Telegram channels or somewhere else. 3 in 5 students feel uncomfortable asking for help publicly, fearing judgment, or appearing unprepared. Now, there's also another student, Anna. She's ready for the homework, she understands everything perfectly, and doesn't mind sharing her knowledge. But she's so tired of always helping others and receiving nothing in return. These two could help each other out. There's goodwill, but no smart system connecting those who can give help but with those who need it. That's where SwebSavvy comes in. SwebSavvy is a digital platform for university students where they can exchange services using spendable tokens as currency. So what exactly this means? Diana posts an anonymous request in the platform. She is matched with a compatible person who can fulfill the request, like Anna. After doing the request, she receives spendable tokens from Diana that she can use in and out of the application. Diana also rates Anna, so everybody knows the quality of the other person that they're collaborating with. We're targeting 150 students from AUA during the first 3 months of our launch. Later on, we will expand to all AUA students and then to all university students in Armenia. Firstly, private university students, then public. Our business model is very simple. 1 month of premium subscription following a monthly premium subscription of $299. Now, here is a proven business model, Circlin, that's used in over 250 universities in the US. It is a similar peer-to-peer collaboration platform where students earn points by helping their classmates that they can later exchange for gift cards and so on. We're continuing our development by building an MVP product during summer and testing it during the upcoming fall semester. Later on, we will have our first release at the beginning of spring semester. After that is going to be available to all AUA students. After success in AUA, we will move on to all other 21 private universities in Yerevan, and then to all other public and private universities in and out of Yerevan. Meet our team of students equipped to release this product from beginning to end. Anush, Zara, and I am Anahit. Being a student is not just about studying, it's about learning how to live life. And by helping each other out, we can create a better future full of exciting opportunities for all of us. Thank you.
Isn't ChatGPT good enough now? Tech stock prices have collapsed and they provide a similar student services.
Very good question. So I already mentioned that through our interviews we figure out that ChatGPT doesn't give fulfilling answers to all the students. Most of them mentioned that ChatGPT's answers, for example for essays, are very AI-like and they have to review it with their friends and so on to make it more human-like if they are doing it for that. And for math-related subjects, it's most often giving wrong answers, or it's giving examples that students are not familiar with.
What's the benefit of Anna, who is the helper, to enter the platform and help someone? Are you going to pay her?
Thank you. So Anna's benefit is that she is being rewarded for her help. She can use these tokens that I mentioned. She can use them later on inside the application to access help if she needs it, and outside the application in our partnering businesses to receive discounts and so on.
How ethical is this?
This is ethical because it's not plagiarism. Students are helping each other out in understanding things so that they will be prepared to succeed in the classroom and be able to do the homeworks and the assignments themselves. So it's not plagiarism, it's ethical.
What's the difference between Brainly.com and your product?
Brainly.com is not exactly like what our product is. We have students earn these tokens that have a value so that they can spend them in Brainly. They're just accessing some solutions and so on, and it's not peer-to-peer.
And last question, have you already talked with businesses that will allow students to spend their tokens at?
We've talked to 2 stationeries and a coffee shop, and we have following interviews with other businesses. We have a word from them. When we will have the MVP after summer, we will also have agreements with them so that we will be able to continue. Thank you.
So there we have it. So what we're going to do now is just ask you just to stay 5 more minutes before we move on to the faculty lounge for the reception. So we're going to invite the teams quickly, one by one, to award them certificates from EPIC, and then we will announce the 2 winners of the Michael Akbabyan prizes. First team, Hoki. Congratulations. Bitmal.
Annalise.
Annalise.
Bean.
Bin.
Impasse. Sugar Sink. Next. Swap Savvy next.
The certificate was misplaced for Swamp Savvy.
And Share Stuff.
And Swap Savvy. Oh, Share Stuff. So Michael Akbabyan established an endowment at the university to support EPIC startups. So every year, from the interest from that endowment, we are able to provide 2 awards: the Michael Akbabyan Innovation Award and the Michael Akbabyan Seed Fund Award. And so the Seed Fund Award is for $3,000 and the Innovation Award is for $1,000. Okay, so we'll start with the Innovation Award. And the winner is and the Michael Agbabian Epic Innovator Prize is Michael Agbabian Epic Seed Fund Award, and the winner is Actually, I'm surprised. Okay, so we're going to invite everyone to the faculty lounge right outside for some refreshments. Simultaneously, as everyone is walking there, we're going to ask the teams to come to the front for a group photograph. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming and spending your evening with us, and we will see you again at the next EPIC event. Let me just remind everyone that we are collecting applications for startups for the Entrepreneurship World Cup. So this is the global competition that EPIC oversees as country representative in Armenia. So you can just Google Entrepreneurship World Cup Armenia and you can apply. Thank you, everyone.